So we've been talking about the axis of the soul, that is the original. That is your exodus from Egypt. In other words, the first element of spiritual growth is recognizing the Creator. All other elements are insignificant. All time, all space is insignificant relative to this relationship between God and the soul. Because it is for this reason that everything was created. And therefore, Chassidus stresses the relationship between man and God without getting into extraneous items. And the reason for that is that Chassidus is every man's spirituality, the spirituality of the individual, how you and I could feel connected to God. Now remember, spirituality is not godliness. Spirituality means that I move and I feel one with some outside force, with some generic forces that exist in the world, and I feel at peace with myself and at peace with others and in harmony with nature. But this is just the ego that's talking. If it misses the axis of good and evil, it misses the whole point. You can be very spiritually very selfish. You can be very spiritual and very foolish. You can be very spiritual and very destructive. Because if you miss the point that it's all about God and that everything else is insignificant, then you miss the point of sharing with another human being and caring for another human being. There are theories that are abundant today about the Kabbalah. Some of them accurate, some of them so right on and beautiful. But one of the interesting and great fallacies that exists in the analysis of the Kabbalah is that the Kabbalah is a system. That somehow or other a system works, a wisdom works, a wisdom that understands other wisdoms, and that's the most important element. It's so untrue. If you don't have the axis of God, of Keter and Malchus, of God and the soul, you've got nothing. You must start with that and ultimately end with that. All of the triangular shapes and all of the wisdom of geometry and of number and sound and the theories of numerology, all of those things are insignificant. We have to focus and start with the Keter, start with God and the soul. And the soul doesn't mean just you. It means all of Israel and ultimately all of the world.